I wish I had more news music intros.
Oh, I got you. Wow, isn't that great?
I actually, for a second there, expected you to bust out something that you had prepared beforehand. I really did.
I thought it was going to be something like unrelated or...
Yeah, give me another.
That's news?
That was nice, short and sweet. I've got a really wide lens that I could put on my camera.
Breaking news! Mark has a really wide lens he can put on his camera.
Mark has some lenses and whatnot.
No, hold on. I just want to see. I haven't put this one on yet. I just got it. I want to see how wide it actually is. And 3, 2, 1. Wide. Oh, that's pretty wide.
I have other lenses too, Mark. This one, hang on, just wait. It's gonna blow you away. All of us can play the lens game, can't we?
Yep, we sure can. Look at this one.
Wow.
Man, I thought that was something else for a second.
What, a condom?
I don't know what I thought it was. It's just like it's puckered like a butthole, so I just assumed the worst.
So you assumed it was some kind of pucker.
Some kind of pucker hole.
Yikes. This is a prime lens. Move back a little bit.
This is a really fast, wide lens. I'm actually kind of impressed by that.
Is this a good angle, Mark? It's like your Icelandic candy video. This is the tight shot.
This is a different lens. This is just a prime 35.
That's what I have. How far is your camera from you?
It's not very far. It's like maybe 2 feet.
I'm on a prime 35 too. I look like a monster.
Well, is your camera really close?
No, I'd say it's about 2 feet, actually.
My camera is arm's length away.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just experimenting. Let's see. I don't need that.
And that's it for breaking news. We have regular news too.
No, hold on.
Okay, never mind. We're not done.
Why did it look like Bob was just in a freaking I can't even remember it. Skype. Like just a really never mind. It's just like it all blocked out for a second there and it looked really jank.
That really old Skype.
At this point, Skype is pretty old.
Yeah, how is that not old? That's
yeah, I guess it is.
if someone you'd never worked with reached out to you and was like, "Hey, let's Skype about it," that wouldn't be off-putting to you.
I still use it.
You still use Skype?
For what?
For what? Yeah, what?
Literally just mod chat. Sometimes Discord, I need to keep an eye on like the chat in the Discord. I don't want to have to keep cycling back. So I just have my like mod chat from my stream up on Skype and then my Discord stuff on my other chat. I literally just use it so I don't have to mess with Discord while I'm streaming.
I guess that's valid because you can't exactly have multiple tabs of... Yes, you can. You can have web browser-based Discord, and you could have multiple tabs open.
Oh, God, I'm not dealing with web browser Discord. That sounds like work.
It's all the same, actually, but...
Ugh, web browser Discord. I'd rather have AOL Instant Messenger back.
All right, that's fair. Whatever. I do have news.
Bum, 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 bum.
We're good on that. That's enough of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I call this news hour Walmart and murder, parentheses, totally unrelated. So, Walmart, according to ABC7, on your side, WKRC. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway.
I thought I was the musical one.
Well, you are. Bob, are you the musical one?
I probably am more musical than both of you, yes, if we're talking official.
I was in concert choir in 8th grade. I don't know about more musical. I'm pretty musical.
All right, fair enough. Anyway, Walmart slammed after gifting employees 55-cent ramen for working during Blizzard.
Wow.
That's basically all I want. I just wanted to start it off with a depressing thing.
You give your employees a free gift, and then nothing but trouble. The most generous thing you could think to give them.
I mean, they didn't exactly deserve it. They're just working. Man, doing their job. You know what? I did my job during a hailstorm the other day, and no ramen appeared at my desk.
That's fair. That's true.
55-cent ramen. You know how many more cents that is than was required? All of them.
You right, man. You guys are right.
Legally required, that is.
I'm glad that we haven't changed in the years of doing content.
I can't believe they're catching flack for that.
But, so yeah, this one basically, I just wanted to, like, it was kind of a depressing thing, so I wanted to start off depressing.
Walmart could have closed, you know. Maybe the workers should have given Walmart some ramen to say thank you for letting us work today. They ever think of that?
Exactly, yes, I didn't, and they don't need to, because this is all horrible. All right, the Post purchased by Walmart in Rockford was captioned, quote, "Brr, it is cold outside." I don't like anyone that types and doesn't contract words. It literally says, "It is cold outside. We appreciate our associates for braving through the cold to be here. Stay warm with some ramen noodle soup." What? And crackers. Wait.
Ramen noodle soup.
Oh no.
Ramen.
That they posted that on purpose on social media or something?
Yeah, they sure did.
I've got ABC ramen.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. Ramen noodle soup. I don't think I've ever heard that combination of words ever because it's just something that shouldn't ever occur.
My spaghetti ramen.
Man, ramen noodle soup.
Ramen-a-roni and cheese.
And you know what people like with their ramen? Crackers.
Yeah, obviously. No, hey, wait. Are you making fun of ramen mac and cheese? Because we've talked about that and you can shut up.
Okay.
Do you not remember that? That's like one of my favorite things.
Yeah, they make like a
You mix
specialty ramens.
box mac and cheese with like ramen, and they do make cheesy ramen. But like I'm saying you take a normal ramen and you make.
That sounds great. I'm just throwing out a whole bunch of weird things that sound weird out loud. I forgot about your mac and cheese. I'm sorry.
Don't you make fun of raw mac and cheese?
But ramen noodle soups where we go too far?
Mac and ramen noodle soup.
And if you cut some hot dogs in it, you call it raw dog and cheese.
Raw dog and men.
Raw dog. I don't know where the men comes in.
That gets rid of the mac and cheese completely. Like ramen, but you put dog in the middle. You're raw dog and mac and cheese men.
Raw dogman.
That's what he said. But then he thought better of it.
What if you wrap ramen around ribs and grill it?
How's that sexualized?
You put your dick in it when you're done cooking. I don't know. Damn, I don't know how to be sexual. Hold on.
All right, so to be perfectly fair, I could see this as being like someone's trying to actually do a nice gesture because it is nice to have like food prepared for people and it's cold out.
Yeah.
You know, you just have some ready. But I don't know if you should say it on public social media where it could be completely torn apart when people look at it not from a personal view and more of a "Hey, Walmart."
On social media, you could have said, "I prepared them a feast that cost us $30,000." And the social media been like, they could have just given them the $30,000. And then they could make a post. "We gave them all 30,000. Oh, 30,000. You sure you could spare it?" Social media is a scary place, man.
Thank you for that social media update. For those of you who didn't know, social media, scary.
One time I posted a tweet and I was like, "Hey, hope you're all well." And you know what the first response was? Bald.
That is not the only time that has happened to you.
And since then, I have declared war on social media. Because I wasn't even bald back then!
Well, you talked about it. You've been talking about that for a long time, since way before you were.
Yeah, but back then it hurt my feelings.
Wait, if we're gonna talk about social media, can I just throw this out there from the subreddit? Someone posted that in the chess episode, they thought it was a fun episode, but they thought that me being a little bit of a sore loser during the episode because I kept getting hosed by RNG ruined the episode for them. And can I just say, the number of times Wade has been a sore loser versus the number of times I have been a sore loser.
Why do I get...
It feels unjust.
Why am I catching strays? What the fuck?
Because literally you could be winning an episode and you're like, "Oh, I can't believe Bob got the points. And the subreddit will be like, "We must defend Wade. We must have Wade's back." I don't usually do that. I had one episode where I lost an unreasonable number of things I should have at least won some of. And I was like, "Oh," and I got sour about it. And people were immediately like, "Man, Bob is such a bitch." Just complain, man. They don't care when Wade I'm not even saying you shouldn't complain, Wade. I'm just saying they don't care when you do, but I did that. That's like the one episode I've been a sore loser in that I can even remember.
Well, 1, you weren't justified. 2, it's my brand and you were encroaching on it. And 3, I'm bald.
See, this is the thing. Right now, you're somehow turning this into something about you.
Of course I am.
When I'm bringing up something, whatever. You're chatty today. I'll just watch you talk.
All right, Wade, the floor is yours.
To be fair, I didn't think you were particularly whiny. I thought it was fine.
I honestly didn't think I was that sore of a loser. I just was kind of moaning about the fact that I literally lost like 6 things that were slightly in my favor in a row. They weren't even 50-50s. It was like a 60-30 that I kept kept losing. That's terrible.
Yeah, you had a pretty high chance of success. I will say there was another, not to change the subject, but along the same lines, there was another complaint that I thought you were going to reference where someone was like, I really enjoyed this episode, but the white pieces started where the black pieces should have been and vice versa. And then someone else showed like a number label system. Like, I get where Mark was coming from in setting this up, and he did an okay job, but this chessboard wasn't perfect and it was confusing to read the letter number designations. So we got the chess community, Mark, and they're coming after us. They don't like Bob's whining. They don't like your board.
I don't care if they don't like my board. It's chess 3. They need to keep up with the times. It's a different board.
There's no correct place for the white pieces to go in chess 3. It's unrelated.
Wait till they see chess 4 where you mix up numbers and letters on each line.
Dude, spoilers. Oh.
Chess 4 is actually just Call of Duty 4. We just get in Call of Duty and shoot rockets at each other.
Yeah, well, a few more B-52s would really pay off.
Can we add some Battlefield? Can I drive my amphibious vehicle up the side of a building and park it on top of the king?
I don't know. Can you?
That would be the best. Yes, I would be here for that.
Spell supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and maybe you can.
S-U-P-E-R, fuck you.
Too late, criminal. Anyway, next news.
Criminal?
Too late, criminal.
Too late, criminal.
You drive too fast? Jail. Too slow? Jail. Straight to jail.
Can we normalize that as an insult this year? Just someone makes you mad? Criminal?
I say that all the time. Have I not said that to you guys?
Not I remember.
I always to Amy, I think it's just like, too late, criminal.
I don't think so.
It's referencing like Oblivion, you know, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, when the guard comes up and goes like, stop right there, criminal scum. Your goods are now forfeit, you know, shit like that. So
I went down a rabbit hole of watching Oblivion clips where it was showing like you talking to an NPC and then like the ground lifts up and smashes them and they keep talking and they come down and they're just no longer there.
Oh, it's such a Oblivion clips are hilarious.
I don't know why I went down a rabbit hole of that recently, actually, but
speaking of rabbit hole, ABC News reports by John Haworth. Amish horse and buggy stolen from Walmart parking lot while family shopped.
Ah, dang it.
Now, I know this is a horrible crime that is affecting this family seriously. I just want to, if you visualize someone stealing a horse and buggy, climbing atop it and going, yeah, clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop, clop.
I don't know if the yeah it was in my version, but yes.
Oh, sorry, quieter because he's a criminal. Yeah.
Where my mind went was, who steals that? Because is it another Amish person or family who are like, we need this horse and buggy, or is it like some non-Amish person who is just like, we'll steal their horse, they don't know, they can't even lock it, and they because like I feel like an Amish person wouldn't steal, like they wouldn't steal from each other, but people are people, so there probably are people in the Amish community who might steal in that way.
Maybe it got repossessed
by the devil. The horse saw a cell phone and became a demon once more. I can't imagine. I mean, it could be kids or something, but like, what normal person would see that and be like, "Ha! I'll take their horse and buggy. That'll teach them."
I'll give you the details that I have.
Okay, we're gonna solve this.
The theft took place on Saturday at approximately 5:30 p.m. in the town of Sturgis, Michigan, which is, for reference, 95 miles south of Grand Rapids near the Indiana border. According to authorities, there was a witness who saw this happen and sat idly by, I guess, because there's a quote from the police department. A truck driver parked in the Walmart lot had seen a female steal the buggy. He gave police a description of the female suspect. So this truck driver eating a sandwich in his cab of his truck.
He was watching for a long time.
Hey.
It's not a quick theft.
Oh, wait a minute. And so it turns out the police had already made contact with the 31-year-old female suspect earlier in the day at the same Walmart. Though officials did not elaborate on why they had spoken to her or what the reason behind the contact was.
I'm sure it was fine. The police talk to me all the time, and it's great, and never a problem.
Do you think the police hypnotized her into stealing the buggy?
Oh my god, it was an inside job.
She was like halfway in the buggy, and a cop was like, "Hey, is that yours?" She was like, "No." Dang it.
Did they catch her in the middle of hot wiring it, or was like she already had it started?
Should have started.
She was elbow deep in the back of the horse before she realized she could just take the reins and leave.
Yeah, you don't know how complicated hot wiring a horse is. It's real tricky. Got to go in one arm with both ends, meet in the middle.
Can you train a horse to like be its own security? Like if you are not the one who gets up and you're like, giddy up, let's go, and the horse just looks and is like, nay.
Nay, 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 nay. Oh my god, my horse alarm.
I get it. I wasn't sure.
The horse does go, but it takes you directly to the police station. The person is like, go that way, and the horse is like, oh, we're going. I don't know where we're going.
The police eventually found the stolen horse and buggy later the same evening and were able to find the
Upside down in a ditch on fire.
Is that a motel?
Wrapped around a telephone pole, doing 120 down a back road.
You see the horse dangling in his harness from the tree.
How are they sure it's the same one? Did they check the license plate?
Oh, maybe not.
They are actually, I think they are registered potentially. I don't know, but I think to be on the road, I think they maybe need that. I don't know.
They got the triangle, I know. The triangle of fairness.
Triangle of fair. Well, that's true.
A triangle of slowness, to be honest.
They know fair is fair.
Yeah, they do. That's it. Horse returned to family along with their buggy. Animal was unharmed.
I know we laugh and jest, but just the thought of it has nothing to do with the Amish part of things. It's just the horse and buggy theft sounds so strange in 2024.
Well, so they know who this person was, this woman, female, according to the article, who took it. Did they like check up on that? Or were they just like, well, she left it?
They lit her off with a warning. It turns out she was just horsing around.
Anyway, they arrested her at the motel.
The mayor was very upset, but the stallion let it go.
The charges are larceny and larceny of livestock.
Do you think a judge would be angry if the prosecutor just put horseny just because?
Horseny. Grand horseny.
Because like you'd still get it. It's right there. Like how could you avoid do it? How could you not?
I think most judges are vibrating on the stand, just like all the puns that are there, and they just like horseny.
I want a judge who has a courtroom rigged where there's like a button under their desk they can push where the Who song from CSI Miami plays. And they, as they're about to do a pun, they put on the aviators, and then they're just like, click, yeah, and they just like rip the glasses off and do the whole thing. And the defendant is like, what? And the judge is like, it's a fair trial. Calm down. Can't we have fun?
I wish they had an in contempt button that they pressed that opened a trap door under whoever was held in contempt. And they just fell straight into the prison cell.
Much like Game of Thrones with a giant hole in the floor.
I don't know that. I'm not seeing that.
I was gonna say, if you'd seen it, you would know. You haven't seen it.
I've heard a lot of things about it. I've not heard about a hole.
The judge is just like, counselor, you're in contempt. Could you move 3 feet to your right? Your right. My left, your right. A little bit further. A little bit too far. Okay, right there. Yeah!
Yeah, get them out. You got any more? Keep going. Yeah!
Dude, we gotta stop singing that. We're gonna get copyright claimed. Look out. The Who is gonna be real upset about how accurate that recreates their one song thing.
You know, I've never actually seen the full intro of the show. All I've ever seen is like, yeah, just like the very beginning and memes back when it was popular.
Just the meme.
Yeah. Anyway, thus ends the Walmart segment of this news bulletin. Or does it? Because according to Newsweek, man escapes from burning building, dies in another fire days later.
With Walmart?
I'm not saying Walmart is part of this, but
oh, you're just saying they're not.
Just listen. A man who escaped one fire has died after being unable to flee a separate blaze only 2 days later, according to Russian state media. The unidentified man, who lived in the city of Saratov in southwestern Russia, managed to escape a fire in his 4th floor apartment on January 23rd, but died in another fire on January 25th.
Where was the other fire?
Where he was.
Damn. Unfortunate.
You wake up in your apartment and everything's on fire and you just like full panic. You grab the dog or your kids or whatever, like you get and you make it out and you run outside and you're like, oh, run to the next building for safety. And then it's equally on fire and you're just like, oh no. I couldn't again.
This feels like someone was paid to arson this man and they finally succeeded. I'm conspiracy. Where's my tinfoil hat? I feel like this. Aliens, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know why you'd say that because this is what the news said about it in Russian news. It was like, as a result of the emergency, a man born in 1973 died. That's how they said it. I'm like, all right.
Someone was paid to kill specifically any man born in 1973 by fire. They found one.
Russian news is not here to do the math for you. If you want to know how old he is, he was born in 1973. Okay, so do some subtraction.
We're not going to hold your hand about this. Use your brain.
50 or 51.
Does that make him old? Young? We don't know.
Authorities have not confirmed if he died in the same location where the first fire took place or somewhere else.
That's just lazy authoritating.
No, figure it out.
What kind of authority is this who's like, I don't even know where he died. We know he's dead.
Look, Vladimir was working Saturday's shift, and I was working today's shift. I didn't read his report. All we know is there's a building that burned down. The guy's dead. We don't know if it's the same building or not. We'd have to look and see, and that's just not our job.
No. We don't know if the fire's out. We don't know where the building is. We don't know how old he is. Never learned how to subtract. What if they's just from a city where there's a shit ton of building fires? Is that what's happening here? It's like half the buildings in this whole place on fire?
There's been a doubling of fires in Russia. In 2023, it's more than doubled since the previous year. There were 939 such fires in Russia in 2023 compared to 416 in 2022, which is a 125.7% increase.
All I've heard putting gasoline on your roof shingles helps prevent the snow from sticking. Really bad if you smoke when you're cleaning your gutters, though.
That's absolutely true.
Yeah!